Okay, everybody. Gonna have a little video here. Hopefully, this won't take too long. But I wanted to talk a little bit about particles, since that's what we've been talking about the last, I don't know, several weeks. So the thing we've been talking about is that everything is made of particles. So hopefully you've written that down somewhere. Maybe I'll. Oh boy, maybe I'll do that. So all matter. Oh no, this stylus is just matter. Oh my God, you are matter. Maybe I won't do this. Is made of particles. Oh boy. I thought I was going to run out of room. Oh my gosh. All right. Wow, that's bad. So all matter is made of particles. So we know that for sure. But I wanted to introduce you to a little friend of mine. Let's see. We'll see how this goes. I don't know if it's going to go very well or not. But since we know that all matter is made of particles, I wanted to take a look at maybe. Oh boy, this is kind of ugly. Oh my. I've got a little friend here. I feel like Bob Ross. Let's see here. So here's my little friend. I don't know if you can tell what my little friend is yet or not, but I had an issue once with one of these little friends. I don't know if you can tell or not. Oh boy. If my sketch is this bad, you may not be able to tell even what this is. I had a situation in the middle of the night once where I woke up and there was just a terrible smell in the house. And turns out there was a skunk in my garage, and the skunk had gotten in a fight with a possum that was also in my garage. Apparently it was middle of winter. They came in the garage to get shelter from the cold. I didn't know that. I shut the garage door for the night, and they were both in there, and they got into a fight. And the skunk sprayed and sprayed and sprayed. I don't know how many times the skunk sprayed, but it was awful. So I'm going to assume that everyone in the room here has smelled a skunk before, and you know what that smells like. I mean, I could be wrong. Maybe some of you haven't smelled a skunk before, but I would think at some point in your life you have smelled a skunk. And let me tell you, that day I smelled a skunk, and went out to the garage in the morning and cornered the possum and killed it. And then I actually killed it with a garden hoe, which is, I guess, kind of bad, but that's what I had available. And I was not going to get that close to the skunk to kill it with a garden hoe, so I ended up shooting it a few times. And of course, it sprayed even more after I shot it. But that's not the point of the story. The point of the story is, if you have smelled a skunk before, as have I, how do you smell a skunk? Like, how? First of all, where is the skunk spray coming from? I hope that you all know that there is a, what do they call it, a musk gland or something? I don't know what. They've got something back here in this area. And kablooey. They get mad and scared or whatever, and they do that right there. Nasty. Okay, so that's where obviously the smell originates. And I'm going to assume that many of you that have smelled a skunk before did not see the skunk first. You smelled the skunk. Sometimes you may never even know where the skunk was. Sometimes, if you're riding in a car and you get a big old whiff, you might see a dead skunk on the road. But if it's just in your neighborhood or whatever, and you get that strong skunk smell, you may never even see the critter. So the question becomes, how did it get from here to where you could actually smell it? Let's see here. Let's get a little. So somehow, oh, not yellow. What the? Okay, let's see here. So somehow, oh boy, is that even, oh no, that looks ridiculous. I don't even know if this is, oh geez. Okay, I got problems. Okay, let's try this again. You got a nose right there. Big old nostril right there. Nose, nostril. There we go. That doesn't look like, oh my gosh, this is terrible. Do I have to, can I erase this thing? Yes. Okay, let's try this one more time. Gosh, all this wasted time on the video and you're watching me struggle trying to draw something. How about I draw like an eye and then like a nose. There we go. Oh yeah. Ooh, what the? There you go. Oh my gosh, that's horrible. That is horrible. How about maybe that's a little bit better of an eye and a big old nose. All right, so back to my question. Sheesh. If this is what we're smelling, how does it get from here to here? Any thoughts, ideas about that? Anything? Well, I hope maybe you're thinking that, well, actually, before I ask that question, I should have said, what is this stuff here made of? And I'm hoping that you are thinking of a word. You know what? I should have done this. I should have made a big old cloud of nasty. So, what is this stuff made of? Well, particles. Because is it matter? Yes, it's matter. And it's made of particles. So, the question becomes, how do those particles get here? You do realize that's what's happening, right? That literally the particles that came out of the skunk are now in your nose if you're smelling the skunk. So what does that tell us about the particles? I hope you're thinking that it's telling us that the particles, these particles, are, oh boy, in constant what? Can you think of what I would be talking about? They are in motion, people. They are in motion. All right, these particles are on the move. There's no way that it could have gotten from the butt of the skunk to your nose unless these particles were able to move. And so they do. They move. Now, can you think about whether it would be worse? Does the skunk smell travel better when it's hot out or when it's cold out? So in the winter versus summer, what do you think? Do you think that has any impact on the motion of these particles? If you're saying yes, I agree. And so what effect does it have? Well, I would say this. I would say that faster. Oh, daggone Finley Mall. Hold on. I would say that hot particles move what? Hot particles move, what word am I thinking of? Faster. So hot particles move faster, and cold particles, hope you're writing all this down. Cold particles move slower. How about that? How about that? Now, that seems logical, I would say. So, in the summertime, this is going to be even worse than in the winter. So, it just makes me sick thinking about it. So, let's just imagine this. Like this whole cloud here is made of these little particles here. And then as that big old cloud starts to spread out, and those particles start to move around and bounce around and get bounced around in the air by the air particles, and the particles of the air are bouncing around and colliding with the particles of the skunk spray, and then pretty soon these particles get themselves all over the place, and then you know where you find them? You find them right inside your nose. That's disgusting. But that's how it works, everybody. Okay? So, again, the skunk spray is made of particles. These particles are in constant motion. Can't stop it. They are on the move, always. Hot particles are going to move faster, which means that stuff's going to spread around way faster if it's hot, because the particles are going to move and mix faster. When it's cold, the particles definitely are slower, and that's going to take more time for all that to happen. So, there's a little lesson on particles for today. A whole 13 minutes, half of which was me trying to figure out how to draw. But this stuff here that you wrote down, that's known as the kinetic theory of matter. The kinetic theory of matter. Hopefully you know what the word kinetic means. The word kinetic means motion. So basically what we believe is that the matter that we're dealing with is made of particles, and those particles are always moving. Kinetic. Right? So there you have it. There are a couple other videos that you're going to need to watch that probably aren't nearly as exciting as this one, but hey, it is what it is. So I will see you when I get back. Bye.